Hello and welcome to all of you for today's session. Now today we'll see some MCQs based on spectroscopy. First one is, which solvent can be used for recording UV spectrum? So acetone, ethanol, hexane and benzene. This cannot be used because of pi star transition and n pi star transition, which is below 200. This cannot be used because this causes problem. Hexane can be used, benzene because of pi star transition, and here n sigma star, and moreover this also contains water and all other problems are there. So safe for solvent is hexane. Find the odd man out: OH, Cn, CO and C triple bond C. Now this question is related to chromophores, the group of chromophores. This is chromophore, this is chromophore, this is chromophore, this is oxochrome and not chromophore. So this is odd. Third one, which of the following has highest lambda max? So lambda max, most of these are like all these examples are of enone chromophore. So alpha, beta, I will just mark the groups here: 202, exocyclic 10, alpha 10, beta 24. So you can do the summation, 246 nanometers. Here alpha, beta, gamma, delta, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 215 plus 30 extended conjugation plus 10 alpha, 12 beta and 36 gamma and delta together. So this is going high. Here alpha, beta, 2 betas, so 215 plus 24, and here alpha, beta, 215 plus 24. So these two are identical, so they are out of context. 246 and this is much higher, so this is second one. The highest carbonyl frequency is observed in acetone, the fluorinated acetone, brominated and iodinated. So this is the minimum, you can say. The second, third and fourth, the common is the halogen. Now the governing factor is minus I effect, and minus I effect would be maximum in case of fluorine. CF3 group has got more minus I or more electron withdrawing inductive effect, and this will cause enhancement in the carbonyl stretching frequency. We have already seen that electron pull will contract the carbonyl group, and thereby the frequency of carbonyl stretching will go high. Out of 3 halogens, the electronegativity on Pauling scale is high for fluorine. So this is the correct option. Next example is, intramolecular hydrogen bond is seen in. These are the compounds given. I will just draw their structures, and then it will be more clear to you. Okay. So let us draw the structure of these compounds, structure of these molecules. This looks dark. Okay. First compound is 2-nitrophenol. I am just drawing the structures. 2-nitrophenol, this is nitro group, 2-nitrophenol. 3-nitrophenol, the relative positions of NO2 and OH are different. Then 4-nitrophenol, and last one is orthonitro, toluene. So NO2 is there, no doubt, but methyl group is there. So this is 1, 2, 3 and 4. These are the options. Now in this case, the hydrogen bonding is intramolecular. In these two cases, it will be intermolecular, because your phenolic OH can interact with NO2 group or phenolic OH of another molecule. In this case, it is absent because CH3, these protons are not that acidic which can interact with the, so donor acceptor groups are within the vicinity. So hydrogen bonding is possible in case of orthonitrophenol, and that hydrogen bonding is the basis for separation of orthonitrophenol and paranitrophenol from a mixture. So because one is having hydrogen bonding, second is not having hydrogen bonding. Because of intramolecular hydrogen bonding, one is steam volatile, the other one is not, and that is the basis for separating these two compounds when they are present in the mixture. Okay. Next one is C8H8O2, or not H8, it should be H8 or H6, it should be H6. C8H6O2, C8H18, so 6 sides of unsaturation, 2 sets of proton. IR 1700 suggests carbonyl, 2700 suggests aldehyde, this CH. This is, I will put H, but now we are talking about carbonyl, here we are talking about CH. So it is dialdehyde, but this should be 1,4. In that case, you will have 2 sets of protons. This is B. In all other cases, there would be more number of protons or more number of types of proton. Here I will tell you one thing, like let us say this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D. So in 1,3 it is 4 sets are there, because this is different hydrogen, this is different, this is different. So an aldehydic is different hydrogen. So first option is correct, second is first is incorrect, because in first case also I will just draw the structure, like how to check out. Let us check it out. This is A, this is B, and this is C. Even in this case there are 3 sets of proton, although the compound is following this formula and it is satisfying the IR requirement. The last example is out of question, because it has got carboxylic acid, and carboxylic acid will not show this kind of peak, it will show the broad peak between 2500 to 3200, and that is not there. So that is by default it is an incorrect option in front of us. Now let us move to the next example or next question rather. The next example is COOH group shows broad band in IR due to. Now what is the reason? The correct reason is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. So we have already seen, I will just put the diagram once again. COOH, this is one molecule, and let us put another molecule, or let us do it nicely, because we have to show the interaction between the two things, carbonyl group of one, hydroxyl group of another, carbonyl group of one, hydroxyl group of another. So, there is a, now it can be any compound for that matter. So, donor acceptor together, donor acceptor together. So, this is the chelation due to intramolecular hydrogen bonding, the first option, that is correct. So, here COOH, one carbonyl is interacting with another hydroxyl, this carbonyl is interacting with the former hydroxyl. So, that is the reason for this kind of observation. Anhydrides show two carbonyl stretching peaks or two carbonyl stretching bands because inductive effect, Fermi resonance, intermolecular hydrogen bonding. The correct option is coupled interaction. So, in anhydrides, this oxygen is shared by two oscillators. So, we can resonate in it in either carbonyl group. So, if the electrons move here, the effect is felt by this. If electrons moves here, effect is felt by this, and because of this is a type of coupled interaction which is resulting because of the oxygen is shared by two oscillators or two functional groups. So, two ester groups are there and oxygen lone pair can move in either direction and the effect is felt by the carbonyl group. One will go high field, the other one will go low field, and because of that anhydrides show two peaks, one is at 1750 and the other one is at 1820. So, that is the reason. The rest of the reasons are inductive effect is Fermi resonance is a little different. Fermi resonance is the interaction between basic fundamental mode of vibration and overtone bending vibration. So, that is there. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding is out of context. The minimum chemical shift value is seen for methyl group in. Now, let me put these structures. So, if once these structures are drawn, then you can talk about the chemical shift values of these methyl alcohol, methyl cyclopentene. So, let me put the structure and toluene. These are the four compounds in the order. First one, the chemical shift value I will mention. Methyls are appearing around 0.9 delta. This methyl around 3.3 delta. This is 1.5 and slightly higher. This is around 2.3 delta. So, the minimum chemical shift value or delta value is possible in this compound because the methyls are attached to saturated carbon and all these are chemically equivalent. So, one peak at 0.9 delta. Here one peak, but the chemical shift value is high because the methyl is directly attached to electronegative element oxygen, and then the effect is felt in terms of chemical shift. These protons, methyl protons, are de-shielded. So is the case here, so is the case in the toluene. The benzene ring is electron withdrawing group in this case, and that effect is felt by the group. 10th question, which lactone shows highest carbonyl stretching frequency? Now, for these kind of example, let me put the structures first. Okay. This is conjugation. So, this will lower the carbonyl stretch. So, this is out of context. Then here reverse conjugation is there. So, naturally the carbonyl stretching frequency will increase because of the ring bond contraction, but that effect is maximum in NO2, because the moment you put NO2 group here, NO2 group will pull the electrons effectively, and thereby you can see that this effect is continuous, and this reverse conjugation is maximum in case of the compound which is containing electron withdrawing group. The methyl group will prohibit this kind of electron pull, because methyl group is also donating electrons by the virtue of inductive effect. So, highest carbonyl stretching frequency will be possible in compound C, wherein the electron withdrawing group is there in conjugation to the parent lactone. Okay. Find the correct sentence. Pure electronic, pure vibrational, pure rotational. Now, we are talking about the transitions. Pure electronic is not possible because it is always associated with the vibrational and rotational. Vibrational is also not possible because vibrational, although energy is less, but that energy is sufficient to bring about the rotational transitions. Along with this is possible with the microwaves. The microwaves can give you pure rotational transitions and pure rotational spectra, and last option is none of the above, but that is not the case in this example. The correct option is pure rotational is possible. The vibrational is not possible because vibrational transitions are always accompanied by rotational one, and electronic is having all type of transitions, vibrational, rotational and electronic transitions together. So, that is the case. So, these are all basic questions may be asked in your exam. So, you have to be careful, you have to read the question carefully and attempt the answer. Okay. Thank you very much.